Hi everyone, welcome to GMO Riches channel. In this video, we'll be discussing a model game in the Sicilian Dragon variation. What we'll find in this game is a beautiful, inspiring attack from the black player who more or less concluded a variation, and after that, at least the players who knew the difficulties for white never entered the variation after that. Let's get started. White played the most critical variation against the dragon, the Yugoslav attack with bishop e3, f3, followed by queen d2 and bishop c4. At least statistically speaking, this is probably the main line. Now, black continued with bishop d7, long castle, rook c8, and bishop b3. And I think there are two options for black in this position. One is to go with knight e5, and the other one, knight d4, which was played in this game. Here, after bishop takes d4, black usually continues with b5, and this is an important moment in the game. White players usually play knight d5 these days, which is considered as the main line. In this game, white took on a7, which was the starting point of all the difficulties in this game. We can even safely conclude that bishop a7, after this game, many white players avoided, unless or otherwise some players who are not very sure about the opening theory felt maybe taking on the a7 pawn was not really that dangerous. But otherwise, taking this pawn, at least established theory is that at least white enters a very dangerous position, which is unnecessary for white, and knight d5 is usually a better move in this position, which offers more safer position from which white players can play for an advantage. Bishop a7 was played, and b4, knight d5, knight d5, e takes d5. And if you think about it, white position seems to be like super safe there. As you can see, the bishop on b3, even though this is a bad bishop blocked by its own pawn, but it does an excellent job of keeping the a2, c2 pawn secure. And it also feels like white has neutralized this Sicilian dragon bishop, and it's not entirely clear how black players should proceed in this position to continue their attack. So if you wish to find the position, the correct answer in this position, you may pause the video at this point and see if you can come up with a good idea for black player in this position. So let's see what exactly black continued with in this position. Such a beautiful sacrifice at this point. Rook takes c2. As you can see, it's still not entirely clear what exactly black wants to continue with as the attack progresses. There are three captures in this position. White can capture it with the king, he can capture it with the queen, he can also capture it with the bishop. And white in the game played bishop takes c2. And king takes c2 is probably the easiest, which probably concludes the game right there. And the rest should be mere execution for black. Now, queen c2 apparently was the best try for white. But even then, black wins the queen back. And a very complicated position arises, but analyzing this position eventually feels like black seems to be doing okay. And for sure, there is nothing special for white. White doesn't have any advantage, and if at all someone can be better, maybe black's position is much more easier to play. Now coming back to bishop takes c2, black continues the attack with queen takes a2. As you can see, the initiative seems to be growing slowly, but still the attack is quite dangerous. Now in this position, white has a lot of options. White players could play, first of all, to start with, I can take queen into b4, I can take bishop into g7. Now several options. Now In the game, white continued with queen f2 in this position. Apparently, when I checked with the computer liked queen e3 better for some reason. Now, queen f2 is once again met with rook c8, another natural follow-up. But not to forget, black is making such preparatory moves when he's a full rook down, which is certainly not very easy. Usually when we sacrifice material, we tend to continue with all forcing moves with checks, captures, threats, but now rook c8, okay, it comes with a threat with b3. But nevertheless, last 2-3 moves, black has been like full rook down and he has been making preparatory moves only, and nothing strong attack hasn't started against the white king. Now, this probably might be the final mistake in the game that white players played. It actually doesn't feel that bad, to be precise. With rook c8, basically black is preparing for b3 in this position, followed by rook c2, should be pretty much lost. And in order to get out of this, white player played king d2. And black continued with another extraordinary sacrifice at this point. Second rook sacrifice in the same square, which is definitely very inspiring. Now, king c2 was played in the game, and black continues the attack with queen c4, king d2, followed by bishop d4. As we can see, for the sacrificed rooks, black has recovered 2 minor pieces, 2 bishops, and not just any bishop, the dragon bishop is still alive with the presence of the queen. And as you can see, the king is really unsafe there. And from here, in my opinion, it's just mere execution. Those who wish to find the follow-up from here and find a way to win for black can pass the video at this point and try to continue with your attack. But here, from here onwards, the attack was, I mean, in my opinion, it was playing by itself. Black continued with bishop c3 check. As you can see, pawn takes, queen takes, ends in checkmate right there. King e3, which was met with queen c5 check, followed by king e4. And from here, the attack was just like chasing the king. Bishop f5 check and king f4, bishop e5 check, and the king doesn't have anywhere to run apart from g5. So g5, king g5 is met with f6, and either he has to go king h6 or king h4, and king h6 is simply met with bishop f4, and king h4 is met with g5 followed by, and eventually queen c8 with the idea of queen f8 concludes the game. Now, if you think about it, white didn't really make really that bad mistakes. He played pretty natural moves, but suddenly he ended up getting crushed in this game. Maybe if we look at this in the analysis in the hindsight, it feels like, okay, king d2 at this point could be a mistake, but apparently bishop g7 was the strongest according to the computers at least. f6 was black's best move, once again renewing the threat of b3 apparently. Well, I don't know if black player would have played f6, but apparently this just looks really cool. As you can see in this position, white is a rook up and also a piece up, and apparently white is still in danger. White's king is completely in danger. So why I specifically chose this game, like there are several strong players who have played dragon, and I didn't choose like the strongest of elite players to show you guys a model game. Instead, I choose a relatively, I mean, at least not very famous people who played in this game. But what I felt was like to show you a game where a relatively lower rated player as black defeating a higher rated player who's white, which which is what happened in this game. Like, white player was I'm not sure if he was already a grandmaster, but at least he was like around like 2500, and black player was around like 2280, 2290. But the game, it felt like white was swept off the board. What exactly went wrong was, okay, apart from minor errors that white did, like, I mean, we can definitely give credit to black's phenomenal opening preparation. Apparently, rook c2 must have been an opening preparation from black player, and this shows us the danger existing in dragon variation for the white players. If white is not very well aware of the theoretical nuances in the position, white players can really get into a lot of trouble, which this game clearly showcases. If you guys wish to know any other opening model games, let me know in the comments, and I'll try to definitely find some interesting games for you, and I'll put it up in the future videos. And thank you all.